teach teens. We're going to be talking about the theory test, elements that are on the road test. I'm going to help you pass your test. I'm a state certified instructor in the Midwest in the United States. Number one, the things that I see is lack of instruction. You know you have to prepare for your test. You know it's in 30 days, but because we procrastinate and we don't really plan, you're planning to fail. So many candidates underestimate the amount of study. It is a lot of study, mental study, physical study, really visualizing the test. You have to visualize what you can do in order to achieve your goals. The theory test covers a wide range of topics. We have road signs. We have traffic laws. We have safe driving practices, which require thorough preparation. So if you don't want to waste your money, you really need to be listening to this. Next, number two, poor understanding of road signs and rules. I'm an instructor, and when I go over the material to prepare my class for the test, I have a template, I have a rubric, I have a curriculum. You need to be following this template, this rubric, and this curriculum in order to pass your test. Next, a significant portion of the test focuses on recognizing road signs, understanding the rules of the road. Example, a four-way stop. A lot of beginners confuse four-way stops. They confuse yield signs. And if you have one lapse of judgment, you're going to fail your test and potentially have an accident. Misinterpreting signs, not knowing specific regulations can lead to incorrect answers, frustration, anxiety, and failure. So you do not want to be caught on the negative side of the equation. Number three, insufficient practice in hazard awareness. We went live yesterday. We had a client in the car. We were driving through a thunderstorm. There was a power failure. At every single intersection, we had to apply the rules of a four-way stop. Also, the railroad crossing electrical gate was not working. A good Samaritan, this is a person who puts their life on the line for the common good, held up the long 45-foot gate. I had never seen anything like that in my life. Hey, how are you? So it's really important that we understand the goal of safety. Safety is no accident, and the common good is more important than individual drivers' rights. The hazard perception is part of the test. Test candidates to identify and develop hazard videos. On my information, I make driving tutorials, parallel parking tutorials, merging tutorials, knowledge test tutorials. So when you take the time to follow this information, I will help you understand and reach your goal. And it's really important that you understand my goal as a state certified instructor is to help you reduce anxiety, help you reduce self-doubt, and build confidence. When you build confidence, you can achieve all goals. Failing to recognize hazards in time or clicking too early or too late can result in a poor score. Number four, nervousness and anxiety. Test anxiety can cause candidates to make mistakes, second guess themselves. In this particular true or false situation, candidates always default to their second best answer. I've seen clients fail their knowledge tests, fail their theories tests because they simply second guess themselves. You need to be following, you need to be subscribing, and you need to be leaving comments. It's really important that you understand that. Next, misreading questions. In my information, I go over actual theories test questions, road test questions, knowledge test questions. You are getting value, but you need to act soon. It's so important. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Overconfidence. Some drivers feel they already know the information. Those are the most dangerous drivers. And if I'm with a client who thinks they know how to drive, I'm going to default and say, you know what? Let's reset the drive time up when you're driving more consistent. It's so important that you understand what's going on and you can reach your goals. The goal here is to learn how to drive a car. The goal here is to bring independence. A lot of beginning drivers and young adults don't drive because they don't have self-confidence. They don't have a system to help them reach their goals. You need to rely on your family. I'm just one element of the equation. It's going to be your mom. It's going to be your dad. Together, we can help the next generation community reach their goals. Some drivers feel they already know enough about driving and they don't need to study. Many of you are putting in random comments that don't make sense. You don't need to study. At the end of the day, misinformation will pull you down to a level of failure. And we're not about failure. We're trying to help people reach their best goals. This overconfidence can lead to mispreparing and ultimately failing the test. By me being a steer certified driving instructor and have peer review information that has scholarly sources such as AAA saying that 7 and 5 is the best position to have your hands on the steering wheel, that says something. I always use scholarly reports and peer review articles. I don't say random stuff and post it on social media. That is incorrect and I will lose credibility. Understand my goal. Lack of knowledge of specific laws. The theory test office includes questions. The knowledge test office includes questions that identify areas that need to be studied. Rules of the right of way, pavement markings, defensive driving strategies in neighborhoods. If you are watching this information right now, you want to learn how to drive. And I'm the person that's going to give you correct information. I'll show you my sources. Then you say, you know what? This guy's got good information. I need to support him. Because if you want to learn how to drive, you're going to be asking questions, you're going to be learning information, and you're going to be writing down factual information to help you pass your test. Mock tests give you information to help you prepare for the test. I do mock tests, I do theory tests, I do knowledge tests to help you prepare ultimately for when you are driving with your road tester. He or she will have a clipboard. They're going to have information. They're going to tell you, I need you to make a right turn at the next light. I need you to make a left turn. Now I need you to go in through the junction. I need you to go in through the roundabout. At the second roundabout, make a right turn. If you don't understand maneuverability, you will struggle and fail. I don't want you to fail. How come you're not giving us a thumb up? How come you're not subscribing to the channel? How come you're not leaving positive comments? You have to want to get better. I'm on here now because I want to help all of you. I want you to grow and I want you to be successful. It takes time management. I'm taking time management out of my day to go live to help you understand that this is really important. I saw this guy pop on my feed right now. I'm listening to him. I'm going to look at his videos. I'm going to understand his goal. My goal is to help all of you pass your test. Time management. Theory tests are timed. Some candidates may struggle to manage their time effectively, leading to rushed and incomplete answers. In our test in the United States, we have 2 hours. The driving individually is about a 1-hour lesson. There we're learning about parking maneuvers, neighborhood preparation, business scale moving, parking, going through roundabouts, defensive driving strategies. There is a lot of information, and good instructors will break down these elements because this is what I do every day. And when you take the time to watch me for 20 minutes, 35 minutes, 45 minutes, you'll say to yourself, I just had my online driver's education lesson. I can't wait for the next. You need to be subscribing. You need to be following. You need to be asking questions because this information is not free. Let's talk about language barriers. I do speak English. I have a client in Brazil. He's learning Portuguese right now. You need to learn a second or third language. For non-native speakers, language difficulties can lead to misunderstanding for the questions and the answers. Let's continue. Misinterpreting yield signs. This is another common error of failure. Some drivers might confuse yield signs in an inverted triangle with stop signs. Yield means you slow down and look left and right. Stop means you stop. S-T-O-P. You remain motionless for 3 seconds. You look left, you look front, you look right. You check your surroundings. You should come to a complete stop. If you do a rolling stop, that is automatic failure. Leading them to misunderstanding of the questions of yield or right of way. Confusing between no entry and one-way signs. No entry means you cannot go forward. One way means the traffic goes one way. If you make a mistake and confuse these signs, this is also illegal but dangerous because you could have a head-on crash. Misinterpreting differences between no entry sign, a red circle with the right horizontal line through it, and a one-way sign can lead to incorrect answers and also failure on your tests. Example, mistakenly a no entry sign for a one-way, answering the question and allowing directions incorrectly. You've seen videos where I'm in the car with the client, the person's going the wrong way, we turn the wheel because the car is coming. Don't go through that frustration. Don't go through that anxiety. You need to be looking at this. How come you're not giving this a thumb up? You don't recognize the value. Give this a thumbs up if you are receiving value. Next, not recognizing school zone signs. School zone signs, a yellow pentagon with figures of children, indicate reduced speed limits. Drivers might not be able to understand the familiarity with these school zones because many of you are over 18, you're out of school. But reliable testers, very good testers, will take you into neighborhoods, school zones, business districts, roundabouts, downtown Detroit, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California, downtown Belo Horizonte in Brazil. So you as a global driver need to understand how to read signs, understand downtown areas, misunderstanding of speed limit signs. White circles with black numbers can be misinterpreted, especially areas of variable speed limits, school zones, residential, business districts, main thoroughfares, and expressways. You as a driver have to recognize these signs. I have information that will allow you to look at these signs. Examples, confusing speed limit signs with the minimal speed sign and answering questions incorrectly. If you answer questions incorrectly on your knowledge test, you're going to answer questions incorrectly when you get out to the road and you apply your theories for driving or your road test. I do both. Misunderstanding no overtake sign. No overtake sign, the red circle with two cars, is often confused with other signs, leading to errors in answering related questions. I'm giving you a supplemental guide where I'm in class right now. I'll be in car later, and then we'll go over the questions where you'll be able to look at them and see them. Right now, this is part one, where we are learning together how to be a good driver. It takes work, it takes preparation. Next, ignoring information signs. They're called guide signs. They are blue information signs, parking signs, lane direction signs, might be overlooked, leading to incorrect information or incorrect road conditions. It's your responsibility as the driver. It's my responsibility as your driving instructor, your driving coach, your theory test preparer to get you ready to help you pass this test. Why do you think the failure rate is so high? Because people are not putting time into the test. They're not working hard to hit those goals of really learning how to understand. Confusing stop signs with give away signs. Some drivers might not indifferentiate between stop signs, the rectangular red sign, and give the right of way, leading to errors. Here's an example. Thinking that a give way sign requires a complete stop and answering the question requiring actions incorrectly. Don't you see a pattern? When you take your knowledge test, if you're misinforming and doing those questions wrong, when you get into the car and apply it, you're going to be confused. You're going to show lack of confidence. Me as an instructor, if I see you driving lack of confidence, I'm concerned. I'm really watching you. I'm evaluating you on my clipboard, and your grade will be lower, almost to failure. Misunderstanding roundabout signs. The roundabout sign, a blue circle with 3 white arrows, might be confused with other circular movements. Example, misjudging which vehicle has the right of way is a question in rotary signs. I get a lot of questions on this information, and it's really important that you understand about signs. I need all of you to be successful. If this brought you value, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow, and leave comments. Bye.